Hello and welcome to my course Reality to Code. My name is Michael Crilly and I've been tutoring and mentoring and working in IT for about 20 years now. And I made this course because I had a student who once couldn't bridge the cognitive gap between taking a real world concept and writing code to represent it, which makes perfect sense. It's how do you take a real world idea and break it down so that you can represent it as code. But the moment I introduced her to pseudocode, which isn't quite plain English and isn't quite code, it's sort of this creative sandbox in the middle, it all just sort of clicked for her. And that's when I realized that universities aren't really teaching students this particular skill. They're not teaching them pseudocode. So that's why I made this small little micro course. So this course will show you how you can take a real world concept and bridge it over to, in this case, Python, Go, and C. But the language actually doesn't really matter. And once you learn that skill, pseudocode will be something that you'll effectively just throw away. You won't need it again. It's very much like the training wheels on a bike. Once you've attached them to the bike and you've learned to ride the bike, you don't need them again, even if the bike changes. If the color of the bike changes, if the shape of the bike changes, if the type of the bike changes, you don't really need those training wheels again. You are essentially just going to continue to be able to ride a bike. And so it's the same in programming. Once you've used pseudocode and you can bridge that gap between reality and the computer, and you can represent reality in a computer program, it then doesn't matter if the language changes. You'll eventually won't need pseudocode anymore. But if you are having the same struggle, it's something that can help you today. It's something that can help you right now. So go through the course, learn the pseudocode, look at the example solutions, run them, execute them, change them, break them, and then maybe change the code and go back to the pseudocode and then update it again. So you're making the change the other way, go from the Python code to the pseudocode, then make a change in the pseudocode and go forwards and go back to the Python code and implement it. And you'll very quickly see how you can bridge reality to pseudocode to real code. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is useful. If you need any further assistance, then head on over to upload.academy. We've got plenty of services there for you. Or if you just want to have a chat with me, then head over to bookings.upload.academy where we can book a session with me. You see my calendar there and we can have a quick chat.